Serial Series Summary of the Extra Story. Rimuru lack Valkametsu no Yaiba. In the video from the previous 2 episodes, we also learned that, Rimuru, after being lost in another world, he had a meeting with the pillars, as well as their lord. Rimuru has received an offer from the lord, is a temporary pillar, and Rimuru agreed to that, because to prove that what the lord said is true, Sayanpil went to see Rimuru and had a friendly fight with each other, because there was a practice match. So now, the enemy has accepted Rimuru as a pillar, and now, Rimuru is facing 2 other pillars, are the wind pillar and the water pillar. How will their meeting take place? Then everyone, let's see with me, in today's episode BA video, after having a practice match with VM True. Rimuru has arrived at the Insect Pillar's residence, where there is a boy named Tanjiro, with her demon sister, and 2 of my friends are on vacation. Upon arriving, Rimuru encountered 2 other pillars, are the water pillar and the wind pillar. Rimuru looked at those 2 people and thought to himself, now I can see your face clearly, these 2 people. One is a hot-tempered brute who likes to show off his body. There is 1 person left, his face is dull but his strength is formidable. Looks like this dumb young man is a water pillar, huh? The boy with a cold face looks like Soe, doesn't he? His face is so pale, So is more handsome than that. After finishing his comments, Rimuru spoke up, you 2 came here looking for me, large temple headquarters, you brat, you dared to disrespect the lord just now, you dare point at his face. Rimuru replied, I did it to treat his eyes, so you 2 came here to fight me, huh? Rimuru silently thought, just fought with fire, now encounter wind and water, probably because I unintentionally provoked them. Is not strong enough to fight a superior Huyan, that's why Ra became like this. Should I pretend to lose? Just avoid it like before, but wait, if I should be the pillar, then what am I the pillar? God does not exist, or is it a demon or what? Don't think anymore, thanks to Seo. We still have these 2 pillars to teach them a little bit. Rimuru spoke up, so you 2 want to try fighting with me, right? I accept. Which country should we practice in? Before workout, let me check your muscles a bit, please. Feng Tru Nian Ran, what's wrong with you? Don't fight. What do you mean by checking to see if we are like that? Go home, brat. Then Rimuru rushed over to see. First is the young man in charge. They all have huge muscles. If they were in Rimuru's world, they probably could have become fighters, right? They have a lot of injuries. Perhaps these are the results of practice. After checking those 2 people, Rimuru said loudly, okay, you 2 go home. For the time being, we cannot engage in defensive combat. What the hell are you doing, brat? Check it out and then send it back. Rimuru, I said I won't fight you 2, but won't fight directly. Now you 2 just go out of this manor, then you will automatically meet my trials. Having finished speaking, even though Cho did not agree, but also the wind pillar and the water pillar both went out of the manor. When finished speaking, Rimuru immediately stopped time and set traps. On the road, both of them encountered many traps of Rimuru, and the end result was that upon arriving, both were exhausted. The big subjective room is still damn bratty. Next time I will let you know. Back to Rimuru's side, after chasing away the 2 pillars, Rimuru entered the insect manor, to visit Tanjiro's group. When you get there, Rimuru met a little girl wearing a pink butterfly. Rimuru ran over and said, sorry, may I ask? Looks like there's a boy carrying a wooden crate, brought here, right? But Rimuru's response, that girl didn't say a word, just nodded and smiled, just like holding a coin in your hand, and toss the coin that's facing up. After tossing the coin, smiling little girl, and Rimuru entered Tanjiro's group's recovery room. Rimuru silently thought, this girl is so beautiful. But why don't you say a word like this? When he arrived, Rimuru saw there were 3 hospital beds. Rimuru used appraisal and learned that the person with the lightest injury was little girl Nezuko, almost like a wound from a pillar room. The baby healed on its own. The boy just lacks sleep. The second most sensitive person is Tanjiro. He only got beaten up by the pillars a few times, and the poison was given by Rimuru to recover. Perhaps the most seriously affected person is the yellow-haired boy. Name is Zenitsu. When the limbs are shriveled up by the devil's head, and the one who always wears a wild boar mask on his head. This person's face and body, its Tukai is contradictory. Her face is as pretty as a girl's, and muscles belong to boys. Rimuru immediately ran to Tanjiro's bed, and speak up, hey. You remember I don't need Tanjiro to respond, right? You're the one who healed me with the blue water, is that right? Thank you very much for letting me introduce you. These are my 2 friends, one is Inosuke and this one is Zenitsu. Rimuru replied, excuse me, actually, I'm a boy, not a girl. So don't call me miss, okay? Rimuru ran to treat the remaining 2 people, but when it comes to this blonde boy, he showed a lewd look on his face. Approaching Rimuru, what is this guy planning to do to me? I told you it was a boy, right? Once treatment is complete, Rimuru accidentally read the memories of the boy Tanjiro, and learned of the boy's painful past. A boy who lost his entire family, only the little sister who was turned into a ghost remained, is a brother alone. He fought through everything, so that I can protect my little sister. He also has a very kind heart. After having a conversation, Rimuru said goodbye to them and returned to his manor. Then, just like a habit, Rimuru suddenly accidentally called Ranga. Then suddenly Ranga appeared. "Sir, I'm here, master, where is this?" Rimuru was surprised and spoke up. "Ranga, why are you here? I remember moving you to a safe place, right?" Ranga replied, "Master, before being pulled into the hole in time, I have already crawled into your shadow, sir." Rimuru said loudly, "Having someone here makes me so happy. Please return to my shadow and wait for my orders when I call." "Yes, my master." Then Rimuru's day ended quickly. "You asked Seal to make you sleepy." Rimuru then fell asleep, until the next morning. The next day a new day begins again. Rimuru set off to Shinobu's manor. Rimuru currently wants to become friends with the pillars. But it seems like you've only gotten to know two people now. That is VM Column and Insect Column. As for the person who dislikes Rimuru the most, it's that windy young man. Rimuru really wanted to be friends with them, while walking and thinking. So soon, Rimuru has arrived at the Master's session page. Upon arrival, Rimuru was attacked by demon slayers, in which they seemed to be apprentices in the demon troupe. They felt Rimuru emitting a bit of demonic breath, so I rushed to attack. Rimuru spoke up, "Everyone stop, I'm a new member of the Demon Slayer group. I don't have any comments, but everyone keeps attacking." Meanwhile, the worms came running to Rimuru. "Are you here? Everyone stop, that's my guest." Then those people immediately apologized to Rimuru. The pillar spoke up, "Rimuru-san, everyone is waiting for you. We organized a little party for you. Come in here." Rimuru as he entered the room. Then he saw all the pillars present. This place is still windy. Pillars and water pillars. They looked very tattered when caught in Rimuru's trap. Rimuru silently thought, "Why are the traps of my attacks so strange?" Diablo dodged in an instant and only got his shirt dirty. "There's no way I could get that serious of an injury." Seal beside him responded, "Sir, they are human. You cannot compare with Diablo, sir." When entering the temple, Rimuru-san spoke, "We gathered today to congratulate you on joining the demon slaying group." Then a party took place. Rimuru sat down and started getting acquainted with the pillars properly. The easiest person to get to know is the long-suffering older sister. But when you get close, Rimuru felt a murderous aura behind him. Rimuru also looked through the rock pillar, and also know that his eyes cannot see, so Rimuru suggested to him after the meal with the flame pillar, "To get to my place, hot true and water true are quite economical, and the water pillar seems, he's not very close to other people. Busan Shino seems gentle, but it seems is not her old character." Rimuru secretly read a little too, past of insects, and learned that it was likely due to the shock of losing a loved one. That's why her personality changed like that, and the underworld as Seal helped Rimuru read his past. Before that he had 3 wives, and always haunted by beauty. The party ended smoothly. During the conversation of the meal, Rimuru talked the most with Flame Pillar, Attachment, Devotion, and Lava, everyone remaining, they don't speak up much. 2 people were injured by Rimuru's trap, was also treated by Rimuru. After finishing the feast, Rimuru has returned to his manor. Rimuru began to remember each person's past. Rimuru spoke up, "Seal, you can check to see if your dead sister's soul is dead. Is Shino-busan still intact?" Seal replied, "Master, people who are resurrected, the sister of the person who is considered to be a pillar, that sister's soul can be revived. The soul of Hatru's brother can also revive. Do you want to revive them?" "Yes, Hoak." "No, Rimuru, no." "Hey Seal, I'm just asking. We should not change the situation of every person in this world is. What was the reason they were killed?" Seal replied, "Master, Tung Tru's sister died because she was killed by a ghost. Hai Tru's brother was also killed by demons." Then, Rimuru thought about each person's situation, then fly up and walk around. Time flies by. When Rimuru had stayed in this world for almost 3 months, Rimuru has done quite a lot, like teach the universe how to make its special poison. Rimuru also participated in special training of other pillars, as well as accompanying each pillar to destroy demons. But Rimuru almost never participated in the fight. Rimuru also practiced using his breath like them, but it seems, you just need to ask Seal to analyze it, is accessible to everyone. What surprised Rimuru the most was attachment. The parachute girl has a girl's body, but the neck is strangely strong, always showing shyness and blushing. Rimuru also participated in the training. Restore their functions, so Rimuru learned many laws of this world. Not only that, training with the pillars, Rimuru also silently helped. They are stronger. Rimuru also helps Tanjiro's group, breathing exercises to make them stronger. As for the reason why Rimuru knows, because you asked Seal, analyze all the strengths of all the pillars, as well as the strength of each person. During 3 months of stay, Rimuru understood almost all the laws of the world. Another day ends, then the new day begins bright again. Today is just like any normal day. Then suddenly he heard True's voice, as well as a number of other pillars. Rimuru boy has arrived. That's right, the sword that Rimuru asked pillar to forge for him has returned. Rimuru was always curious that when he picked up that sword, what color and pattern will it have? During my stay here, Rimuru has officially joined the Demon Slayer army, and became the 10th temporary pillar, and is called the Shadow Pillar by all. As for the reason why you are called Shadow Pillar, is because Rimuru always wears a mask when meeting people. Everyone in the Demon Slayer army, they all said that this pillar was very mysterious. As well as always wearing a mask and rarely going outside, I speculate a lot about the pillar, like behind a mask, that's an extremely beautiful girl. Some people speculate that, that's an extremely handsome guy. Some people also say, Rimuru's face was extremely ugly, that's why I had to cover it up. Rimuru approached to receive the sword. Then you stick to the side and blush. Rimuru-san, it's so cute to see his face when he receives the sword. Hey, so cute, because I've been here for a long time. So Rimuru almost knew the personality of each pillar. Rimuru gently removed the scarf wrapped around Ra's sword, and injects some magic power. Its sword gradually turns gray-white, like fog. Symbols gradually appeared on the sword's surface, like white silk threads. Its half-black sword with blue hilt, a sword of an extremely strange color, that the pillars have never seen before, because it also has a little bit of black. So Tanjiro when Theo also spoke Rimuru, this is truly a strangely colored sword. I've never seen it before. After receiving the sword, Photo True has officially joined. However, Rimuru had never worn a police uniform. Is the demon group like Rimuru yet? Appeared before the demons, Rimuru has crawled into Tanjiro's shadow. Every time I kill a demon to help the boy, and of course, Rimuru did not interfere in the war. The thing to do so is to create a reputation that, this is a most mysterious pillar, nor let the demons know about me. As for the reason why Rimuru had to do that, is because last month, after an evening walk with Ranga, Rimuru was accidentally informed by Seal, an extremely dangerous demon. He immediately used his magic eye, and the scene that Rimuru saw, is a demon, are killing many different demons, that is Muzan, but because Rimuru hid his presence, so Rimuru just stood there watching and didn't rush in. Rimuru knew that Guy was the seed of demons. Rimuru skipped and returned to Rimuru's side. When you received the sword, all the pillars were amazed, when looking at Rimuru's sword, and that's not strange at all. When Kumuru himself came to this place, that was already a strange thing, and so the day True went on his mission, arrived at the mission on the endless train, to destroy a demon that your lordship mentioned has begun. Kumuru went on the ship with True first, and Tanjiro's group followed. Rimuru said to Yan Pillar, I will observe from another place, so they just carry out their mission, and I will hide behind. Rimuru flew up and away his presence. When boarding the train, Rimuru saw the flame pillar kill a demon, when he dared to harm a little girl selling rice, and her grandmother. He looked from above and spoke up, this Master is amazing, but very kind. He even bought all of her food and comforted her. Upon arriving on the ship, but the lunchbox that True bought, was distributed to everyone on the train, as well as a member of the demon slaying group. As for the rest, True alone ate it all. Rimuru silently thought, I wonder how big his stomach is. After a day or two, Tanjiro's group also met True. They got on the train that evening. All have fallen asleep. Only now did Timu pay attention to Tanjiro's two friends. When recently, was too focused on the Rimuru pillar began to evaluate. First is the yellow-haired boy named Zenitsu, looks quite handsome but quite murderous. One day he won't die of a demon but of a girl, should also be quite shy in temperament, scared. But there is one thing, which Remimu finds interesting, is Zenitsu's power. He seems to have two natures, when sleeping and when awake. It's when he sleeps that his true power emerges. Next is Inosuke, the face is a girl, body is male, rough temper, hot-tempered, but that is also part of nature, for his breath and strength. Finally, Tanjiro, probably the one with the least flaws. The advantage is kindness, honest, brave, courageous, and good-natured, full of enthusiasm, like my hair color, but it seems a bit clumsy. That's all that Dream saves rating. While thinking, then Rimuru felt a strange phenomenon. When everyone falls asleep, Rimuru stands from above. He saw a demon, standing on the train of the car. He is saying something. Dying in one's own dream is a blessing. I will give you a beautiful dream and then that torments that dream of yours. In despair, that demon kept standing and talking nonsense like that. However, Rimuru did not go to see him immediately. Rimuru wants to let Tanjiro's group, how will it be handled? Once you have received your training and practice, if there is a danger to your life, Rimuru will come out to help. After a while of observation, Rimuru saw an arm, whose eyes go down to the ship. That hand did for him to control the tickets, like a lost soul, and then those tickets made everyone fall asleep. Then that hand said something to the 4 people still awake. Those 4 people seems to have been forced to harm Tanjiro's group. All 4 people came, then tie a rope to the arm. Then they also fell asleep. After a while, True suddenly fell asleep. But Tay strangled the girl tied to the rope. Rimuru felt puzzled and asked Seal, what's wrong with them? I feel like the demon on top of the train did something. Seal spoke up, Dear Master, the demon has activated the moon demon curse. The victim will be under the influence of demonic spells, and unable to move the body. The demon knows that though, entity trapped in the dream world, but the demon hunter's senses still feel the bloodlust from outside, so they can destroy his ability. That's why he uses humans to destroy the spirit ball from inside of 4 people still outside. He will kill their bodies. When a human loses his consciousness, they won't be able to resist when they're killed. As for the Rengoku individual, has moved even though the entity is still stuck in the dream world, is due to his will in the dream. Although that girl did not have the bloodlust of a demon, but Rengoku's body recognized her presence. If the spirit bridge is destroyed, then he will be useless in battle, which means he will lose the ability to fight, because the pillar is under great pressure from the outside world, so she can't move, and Rengoku body also stopped because he couldn't kill humans. They are being reliving the past, happiest of their lives, to not be able to wake up again. To get out of there, they must recognize Ra and find a way to awaken themselves. While not paying attention, Rimuru accidentally didn't erase his presence. After a moment, Seal was next to report, Sir, please concentrate, please. You just revealed Ra. Rimuru panicked, and then quickly teleported to another place, and on the other side, the demon suddenly sensed a blast of terrifying power. An unusually strong aura made me think I was being followed by someone. Meanwhile, Tanjiro climbed on the train. It seems the first person to escape from the dream. It's Tanjiro. Rimuru asked Seal, how could he escape that dream? Seal replied, Personal Master Tanjiro, killed myself in my dream. When he heard what Seal said, Rimuru panicked. This boy is not ordinary. A person can take his own life. That's like suicide in the outside world. This guy Tanjiro has a lot of potential. Okay Seal, let's get moving. She helped me pay attention. On 3's side, are the others awake yet? Yes, my master. Rimuru's first demon hunt officially begins. Rimuru finally officially joined Demon Slayer Army. Rimuru has got himself a title, that is the pillar image, the name, as if to evaluate Rimuru as a mysterious pillar. After days of practicing with everyone, then finally, Rimuru's group has officially started accepting missions. The first is to destroy the demons on the endless train. And now a demon has appeared. How will Rimuru confront that demon? Then everyone, please wait with me in my next videos. This is the end of my video today. If people find my video good, please leave me a like, +1 comment +1 subscription, and remember to press the notification bell to receive my latest videos.